When he started school there, was he welcomed initially?
I think initially, at first, there wasn't the issues that we have now. It was as he became more familiar in the school. So I think, obviously, as a new boy, I didn't think they started on him straight away.
But and I use this term very loosely, but you said that he was sort of always the brunt of people's jokes. People would joke to him, but these weren't jokes. I mean, the things that they would say to him are they're just not funny. They're horrific.
No, they were traumatising for him. It was stressful. It was hurtful to him. Some of the jokes were really bad. Like, people would run away saying that he had Ebola because he came from Africa. If he he would never go to school with a banana. Because, I used to give him fruit to take to school because, healthy mum.
Healthy snack, yeah, of course.
And, but I gave him a banana and the banana jokes didn't end for days.
As his mum, like when he comes home and he says to you, Mum, please, can I not have a banana because of this is happening at school? What do you say to him? I mean, you must be just in shock that you're even having to have that conversation.
Well, disappointed, very disappointed that I've even got to have this conversation. And he was at a critical time. He's going to his GCSEs and he shouldn't have to move school because of racism. So I wanted to tackle it, and I did approach the school and I did tell them about, incidents that had happened.
And what did they say? Did they help? Did they say they were going to make a change to try and stop it?
No, it was dealt with on like an isolated basis. So that situation was dealt with that particular person, but it wasn't dealt with as a cultural change within the school or as an educational change within the school.
And were there, in his class or in that school or surrounding friends and things, were there other mixed-race children or black children? And was he the only one?
In the school, in the entire school, there are children of all racial backgrounds, but they're very few in the school. And in his year, I do believe that I think he may be one or maybe two full black children in his year.
Right.
And did he manage to make friends? Were there, sort of trips to the cinema or going out, people coming over, PlayStation games, that sort of thing? Was there anything like that?
He had one friend once. Yeah. And that was it. It was pretty isolated because he had gone to the cinema, I think, once or twice. But it wasn't, in 3 years, that's not what I call a regular occurrence. And no, we didn't have friends regularly come over at all.
So this is where it gets really shocking, because the last day of term, I mean, he was sort of looking forward to it being the end of year 11, A, because he's finished the exams, also because he's leaving the school, which, as you said, for him, he's always sort of felt marginalised in. So this last day, we know these traditions. The kids all write messages of goodbye and messages, little things between themselves, and it's a keepsake, you keep your shirt. So he did this, he took part. I imagine he wrote on other people's shirts. He walked home wearing this shirt.
Through town,
and he walked through your front door. And what did you see?
Initially, I saw the front of the shirt, and of course, the front of the shirt had well wishes, so I was actually quite pleased. And I said, "You see, look, lots of people, are signing nice things, nice farewell to you, darling. It's wonderful." And then, as he walked through the door, that's when I saw the back of the shirt.
Did he know what had been written?
No, he had no idea. He did not know.
We've got the shirt here, and that is, we're keeping it sort of neatly folded because we've seen it, we've read what's on the back, and it is utterly shocking. Words, that nowadays, it is unthinkable to say them out loud for decent people. So he had no clue what had been written on the back.
No.
What did he say when you told him, when you pointed it out?
He was speechless. His mouth was open, literally. He was just speechless, and he just started shaking his head. And he was just saying, why would they do this to me?
Yeah.
Why would they, why have they done this to me?
Well, the principal, Neil Gallagher, from Clacton County High School, has said, "I'm shocked and appalled that a student would have acted in such a manner. The school does not tolerate racism in any shape or form. The incident was immediately reported to the police. We'll conduct a full investigation. Staff are always available to speak to parents to discuss any concerns, and we have a dedicated, safeguarded team that will investigate issues brought to our attention." The Essex Police say we were contacted on Friday, June the 15th, with reports that a teenage boy from Clacton had been the victim of malicious communications. Our inquiries are ongoing. So, what would you like to see happen now? Because this is not an isolated case. You said you've done your research, you've seen the statistics, 88,000 instances of racial abuse at schools. So what would you like to see happen?
I'd actually like to have a conversation with Theresa May as a victim of racism, because I think it has to be done from the perception of someone who's actually suffered racism all my life. I'm actually at the point of wanting to leave this country. I've really had enough. I want to speak to Theresa May. Even my cousin was with Prince William because of bullying, because of his bullying programme that he had. My little cousin was with Prince William, and he actually worked with him on the bullying campaign. So this has happened before, and so I would like for everybody in senior positions to really take racism seriously.